Hello and welcome to India Tonight. I'm Karan Thapar. How significant is the CBI Special Court's decision to permit Subramaniam Swamy to depose as part of his attempt to include P. Chidambaram amongst the 2G accused? Has the press understood its significance or exaggerated it? That's with Subramaniam Swamy himself, former Attorney General Soli Sirabji, the well-known corporate lawyer H.P. Ranina, and joining us in a moment's time, the editorial director of the New Indian Express, Raghu Chawla. Dr. Swamy, let me start with you. You have a plea before the CBI Special Court to both depose yourself and examine witnesses to establish Mr. Chidambaram's alleged complicity in the 2G scandal. What decision did the court announce today, and what is its significance in your eyes?
Well, I had made two applications. One is that I and two other persons, namely the Joint Director of the CBI and the Joint Secretary of the Finance Ministry, be called in, be permitted to depose in the court. And then later on, I wanted the court to issue summons to Mr. Chidambaram. Now, the first application was taken up. And today when the judge came, he said he's allowing the application, but he wanted to make clear that I should first depose. And after hearing me, if he thought that it was necessary to invite the other two witnesses or any one of them, he would then do so. This is the exact language in which the order is given. So, frankly, what will happen is if I make a very tight case in my deposition, then it may not be necessary to have these two witnesses, because these two witnesses are being called, as my application says, to attest to certain documents.
Okay.
But these documents were given to me by the CBI. So I think from my deposition we can go straight to arguing for why summons should be issued to Mr. Chidambaram.
How confident are you that you'll actually be able to convince the court on the second stage, which is clearly the more important stage, that summons should be issued to Mr. Chidambaram? How confident are you of that?
Well, I've been relying on admitted documents, admitted by both in the court itself, by the CBI, and as well as Mr. Chidambaram himself. Now, the charges were framed against Mr. Raja. First was that he had fixed the price of spectrum, which means actually the entry fee plus the one-time spectrum allotment at 1650 crores,
right. And the second,
which is the 2001 price.
Right. That charge is wrong. And the second one?
And the second one is that he enabled two real estate companies to not only get the license but also sell it at 8 times the price to earn a windfall profit in the name of infusion of fresh investment.
And you're confident that you're confident that in case of both these charges, summons will be issued. You're pretty confident, are you?
No, I'm confident that I will be able to establish that if Raja is an accused in that and can be charged on that, then Mr. Chidambaram is also an accused and can be charged on.
All right. Let's bring in the other two eminent lawyers who are with us. Gentlemen, I'll come to the actual charges, and I underline the word that they're only accusations, nothing more, against Mr. Chidambaram in a moment's time. But first, Mr. Sirabji, let me ask you, do you share Dr. Swamy's belief or interpretation that the decision announced by the CBI Special Court today is significant?
Well, it's significant in the sense that the court wants to satisfy itself whether the allegations made by Dr. Swamy are really substantial or based on a cogent material. It's significant in the sense that the court sees that no one is above the law. Home Minister, any minister. But the fact is that Dr. Swamy will have to convince the court that these allegations are based on cogent, substantial material, not on conjectural surmises. So we'll have to see what happens. Mr. Swamy is confident, but confidence has always been Swamy's trait. He's never diffident.
Quite right. Can I clarify this? You're therefore saying the significance lies in the fact that the court has undertaken a procedure to inquire into whether Dr. Swami has cogent reasons. They haven't accepted his reasons, they haven't commented on his reasons, they're simply implementing a procedure to inquire into whether he has cogent reasons, full stop, that's all. Is that right?
True. The other two witnesses, as far as I can make out from Dr. Swami said, must be in order to have formal witnesses to attest the correctness of the documents, in order to prove the documents. They don't prove the contents of the documents. And even if you prove a document, it does not by itself prove the contents. They have to be proved independently.
Quite